Hey guys, today we'll be talking about a typical day in the life of the luxurious business analyst.
Ignore Toby. This is our first of our three-part series. We'll be looking at a typical day in the life of a business analyst.
So, Lydia, I currently consider myself as an IT business analyst. I do have some UX design experience as well. So, what sort of business analyst would you classify yourself as?
Well, I would say I'm an IT business analyst as well. I'm Scrum Master and a bit of
Oh,
project management experience. Yeah.
that's interesting. I also have some project management experience as well, but I actually hate project management. Yeah,
Really.
it feels like harder work.
It is a lot of work, to be honest. I feel like you have to be a certain type of person to really, really enjoy it.
Enjoy, yeah. Plus, you have to manage people. I hate that.
I love that. I love having power.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, not for me. Not for me. Because people tend not to want to do their jobs. So yeah, you always have to
I
just chase
know.
people around. Yeah,
Yeah, you're always the bad guy.
exactly. Anyway, so for you as a business analyst, not a project manager, what's your typical day like?
Well, it's very different now, pre-pandemic. Now I drop off my son at school, I come home and log on. My current project is very flexible, so I log on virtually and check emails.
Yeah.
And depending on the project, I could have a full diary with back-to-back meetings. But on the project I'm working on now, it's not so much. So it's very, there's not that many meetings and it's just do your work really.
Oh,
So yeah, so I check emails and I crack on with my work. I'm currently doing customer journeys and personas right now as a BA. Business
oh,
design as analyst, that's what I'm doing at the
that's
moment
like
for.
UX design though.
It's got, I think it's got aspects of that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's got aspects of that. So they called it business design analyst, but
oh.
they said I'll be doing a lot of different types of roles within the role, which is one thing I don't like about being a business analyst. They make you do things that have nothing to do with
Nothing to do.
what you're supposed to be doing. But hey, you have to adapt and be flexible. So
That's the key thing, I think.
yeah. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then once I do my work, I have a break around 2:30, which is the time to pick up my son.
Oh, okay.
So I use my break to pick up my son. I pick him up, come back home, log back on again, and I should be done by, let's say, 6 realistically. No one, we don't actually finish at 5 because of, you know how it is working at home. You don't
Yeah.
really finish at 5 anymore. And that's one of the, it could be a pro and a con for working at
Mm,
home, working from home
mm.
now. But yeah, that's my day pretty much.
Oh, so you don't actually have loads of meetings. That's interesting. I
No,
wish
no,
I
not
wish
on
I
this
was in your
project.
shoes.
Yeah, this project is actually a blessing at the moment. But yeah.
Do you have so you don't have any engagements with like your clients, or do you work with just one client, or how does it?
Yeah, at the moment it's more internal. This is an internal project, so
Right,
there's not
right, right,
really any clients. It's more about the employees. We're working
right,
for the employees. So I'm working in the HR department for HSBC, working
right.
on a flexible working project. So
Oh,
implementing
okay.
flexible working across not just the UK but globally.
Oh, wow, that sounds big.
Yeah, yeah. It's really good and rewarding project to be on, and I'm very grateful to be on it.
Oh, interesting. What's my day like actually?
Yeah, so what is your typical day like?
My typical day is usually quite messy. It's usually very difficult to describe my typical day because it just varies very wildly from day to day.
Hmm.
Today, for example, I had not much to do. I'm not sure if it's because it's Christmas, New Year, probably. But typically, I'll just give an example of a typical Monday for me.
Okay.
So usually I just struggle to get to the office. So obviously working from home, currently
Hmm.
just a spare room in the flat. I managed to just get up, log onto the laptop by about 9. And usually on a Monday, I have a big sort of program meeting. It's about 2 hours long.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a night. Well, it's not really a
Two
nightmare, but
hours.
it is very,
Oh,
very
I
long.
just realized. No, that's long.
Yeah, it is long. It is very long. So usually by 9 when I log on, I just go through my calendar just to obviously prepare for the day. Check what meetings I have. Usually we have like client meetings because working for the NHS, basically, you put on loads of projects. So I usually
Hmm.
have all kinds of meetings on a Monday. So I just quickly look through my calendar to prepare. And then by 10:30 as well, join that program meeting, which is about 2 hours long, as like I said.
Mm-hmm.
And that usually just involves the program management team, project managers, business analysts, DevOps people, just giving updates on the different projects that we're all working on. Because we're currently working on a big program to digitize a certain healthcare center. So we're implementing loads of projects to make our little hospital trust more digital, move away from
Okay.
paper and all of that. So there are quite a
Oh,
few
brilliant.
projects we're working on, some successful, some delayed, because yeah, healthcare practitioners they're used to paper and all that, so they usually drag their feet to when change comes. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's quite hectic sometimes. But yeah, anyways, we provide those updates in that 2 hour slot just to ensure and to confirm to the program manager that we're actually working. And then usually in between that, obviously I respond to emails from probably
Mm-hmm.
Friday, sometimes the weekend. And then once the meeting is over at about 12:30, but then obviously carry on responding to emails depending on how busy the Monday is. Then usually I have 2 or 3 catch-up meetings. So currently I'm actually working on 3 projects. Some of they're actually at different stages. One
Mm-hmm.
is currently sort of like at the early stage where we're just sort of carrying out research just to be
Like
sure
three
that,
projects, three
yeah,
projects.
three
Wow,
projects.
you're very busy. Wow.
Yeah. One of them is actually we're currently sort of implementing it. So it's just really supporting
Okay.
with the testing and developing training models and things like that. So that one is
Mm-hmm.
not too stressful, but the other two are a bit stressful. The first one, we're just sort of I'm sort of drafting out a business case and doing the initial research just to find out basically if the department or the business that is actually requesting for this solution, if they actually understand what they want and if the kind of product they want actually is in the market. So we're just doing like background research to find out if it's actually worth spending the money they want us to spend on their project. The other one, we have already done all of that, have a business case signed, and then we're working with the supplier to actually develop the actual product so that it's
Mm-hmm.
in line with what the business actually wants. So basically,
Okay.
the product really is for the pathology department, just to help them collect
Right. Okay.
blood samples in a more digital friendly way. So what they usually do is it's more paper based at this point.
Yeah.
But now we're trying to just transfer it so that it's on a mobile device and it's traceable. And when it gets to the lab, the labels are printed at source as well. And the lab doesn't need to reprint them. It's not written in pen, so there are less errors. So that's what we're trying to
Mm,
do. It's a solution that was already on the market, and we're just trying to adopt it and bespoke it for our trust.
that's
So
amazing. That's
yeah,
amazing.
well, hopefully it works because we have some roadblocks at the moment. So I'm working with the security team and Thai integration team, basically the DevOps team, to ensure that the supplier meets all our requirements. And there were some security issues that were raised actually, which we're trying to just find a solution to. So working hand in hand with the
Okay.
supplier and all of that. But yeah, it's interesting work and I'm just pushing on. So on Monday, usually I have 2 or 3 meetings, some with the suppliers,
Mhm.
and just trying to ensure that we find a solution to the current problems or blockers that we're facing, and then report back to the
Okay.
project manager as well on that one. So yeah, Mondays can be a bit hectic for me.
I can imagine. Three projects
Three
is a lot.
projects.
So
It's
well done to you for doing that. And I hope that they appreciate your hard work as well.
sometimes they do it, but sometimes it's just like just get on with it.
I know. That's what we're paid for, isn't it?
Exactly. But yeah, then report
Okay.
back to the project sponsor. Obviously, he's sort of worried that that project is on hold. Yeah, so that's usually my Monday. Yeah, by 5 p.m., I'm really happy to just turn off my laptop and
I can imagine.
yeah. But so yeah, usually that's Mondays for me. It usually gets quieter like on probably Thursday, Fridays. Then I
Mhm.
have less meetings on Thursdays and
That's
Fridays.
good.
But
You need that. You need it
yeah.
for when the end of the week comes to just calm down and not be so hyper like a Monday.
Yep. But yeah, so that's typically, yeah, would you say a day of a business analyst? I think we sort of gave our different
hmm
days kind of gives like a good contrast to.
Yep.
a typical day can be like.
Exactly. So if anyone's wondering what a day of a business analyst is like, you have two different perspectives here. So
Exactly. And it's meetings. Well, not all the time. In Lydia's case, it's not always meetings, which is good.
mine's more work.
I used to dread meetings actually before I started off as a BA. I used to think like, oh
Really?
gosh, I don't want to have so many meetings.
Really, I liked it. I felt very busy and bossy, and then
Wow.
after a while, I realized that I couldn't get any work done during the day.
Exactly.
So I was like, oh, this isn't that great then, is it? Because I can't get
Exactly.
my work done during the day, so I have to do my work after
After
work
it, yeah. Yeah, that's true. If you do too many meetings, you don't actually have time to, yeah.
to do your
Would you say
work.
you're a people person? Or do you think you need to be a
Um,
people person to become a BA?
I would say no. I think you can switch it on. You can switch on
Mm,
the people person side of yourself
she means you
because
can
at the end
pretend.
of the day, yeah, basically, basically, especially when it's a 'cause obviously it's a job, so you got to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But some people are people's persons outside of work. So
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm more of an introvert. So I switch on the extrovert side of me for work, and then after work, I'm my introverted self.
People persona.
So
Customer
yeah.
persona. But yeah,
That's literally it, yeah.
me too. I think I'm not really a people person.
You
Don't know.
sound like a people's person.
I think I've been acting all my life.
That's
So yeah,
literally it. You just have to just switch it on when you can, or when you need to,
when
and
you need.
then depending on what kind of person you are. But
True. So,
yeah,
anyways, perfect. So as you can see, guys, a typical day for a BA can be anything from super busy to just chilled out. Thank you for listening,
thank you.
and catch you in a few weeks, and then we will discuss tackling the imposter syndrome in your first role or your first week as a BA. I hope Lydia
Yep.
will join me then and has not been scared and run
No,
off by that
I'm
time.
not doing this anymore. I'm joking. I'm joking. Of course. Come on, let's do this. We'll see
Yay.
you 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We'll keep them waiting.
Yeah. Let us know,
All right.
guys, what you want to hear.
Anyways, it's been a pleasure, Lydia. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
You guys check out Lydia Tech Academy.
Yeah, check me out on Instagram.
Bye.
Bye.